You buy a fresh drum of 15% sodium hypochlorite back in May. You put it in the back of your transport van, and it sits there. June comes along, July hits, it gets hot inside that van, real hot. And you are out on a job in August, mixing up your standard 1:5 ratio, thinking you are spraying a nice strong 2.5% working solution onto a heavy roof clean or rendered wall. But the treatment just is not shifting the stubborn black lichen. You end up waiting around for hours, spraying extra coats, wondering if the chemical supplier gave you a bad batch, or if your surfactant has stopped working. The truth is, you are probably not spraying 2.5% at all. You are likely spraying something closer to 1.5% or even less. What is actually happening inside that chemical container is invisible, but it ruins your productivity and your profit margins faster than almost anything else in this trade. Sodium hypochlorite is inherently unstable. It is constantly trying to break back down into basic salt and water. Now, how fast that happens depends almost entirely on two environmental factors: heat and light. For every 10 degrees Celsius increase in ambient storage temperature, the rate of chemical decomposition increases by a factor of over 3. Think about that for a second. If your van sits in direct sun on a summer afternoon and the rear load space hits 30 or 35 degrees, your hypochlorite is degrading more than 9 times faster than it would at 10 degrees in a cool store. Add ultraviolet light to that heat and the breakdown accelerates even further. Direct sunlight cuts right through translucent plastic drums. The UV rays hit those active hypochlorite ions and snap them apart, leaving you with weak salt water and lost active chlorine. Over the years, I cannot tell you how many times I have been called out to troubleshoot a job site where a contractor was struggling. They would tell me, "Mark, this render is not coming clean," or "the mix is just sliding off," or "I think this batch of chemical is dodgy." And the first thing I do is pull out a simple test kit or hydrometer, test the bulk drum sitting in the back of their van, and show them that their 15% stock has quietly dropped to 10 or 9% right under their nose. Heat exposure had literally cooked away a third of their active chemical strength before it ever touched the surface. When your stock strength drops like that, all your batch mixing math goes completely out the window. If you do not test your stock strength or adjust your dosing calculations on site, you end up guessing. And when contractors guess, they usually do one of two things. Either they keep spraying weak, degraded product and waste 3 hours waiting for a dwell time that will never happen, or they panic and dump way too much raw chemical into their tank to compensate. That second mistake is dangerous. Over-concentrating your mix to make up for bad stock wastes money, increases chemical runoff risks, and increases the chance of damaging delicate customer surfaces or surrounding plants. Instead of pouring in extra hypochlorite, professional contractors focus on chemical efficiency. You calculate your final applied percentage based on what your stock chemical actually measures that day, not what was printed on the label 3 months ago. And then you pair that correctly calculated mix with a high-performance bleach-stable surfactant like Cleverwash. A proper soft wash surfactant lowers the surface tension of the water. It allows the active chemical to penetrate deep into the pores of K-rend, monocouche or roof tiles, while holding the solution on vertical surfaces with optimum cling. That dwell time is what does the heavy lifting, not brute chemical volume. Now, to protect your chemical stock from degrading in the first place, you have to get your storage discipline right. Under standard COSHH guidelines and good practice, drums must be stored upright, in a cool, well-ventilated area, completely away from direct sunlight. Use dark, opaque containers designed for chemical transport, rather than clear or semi-transparent drums that let UV light pass through. You also need to be fully aware of compliance regulations when handling professional soft washing chemistry in the United Kingdom. Under the Control of Explosives, Precursors and Poisons Regulations 2023, handling commercial-grade sodium hypochlorite above 6% available chlorine comes with strict statutory responsibilities regarding reporting suspicious transactions, significant losses, or thefts. This is precisely where the difference between a splash and dash pressure washer operator and a professional exterior cleaning business owner becomes clear. Professional soft washers do not rely on forum rumours or guesswork. They understand the chemistry, they respect the safety rules, and they maintain strict operational records. If you want to raise your standards, move away from trial and error, and build a highly profitable, reputable business, education is the baseline. You can access our CPD certified softwash training course right now at softwashing.uk. The training covers chemical safety, surface identification, precise dosing, equipment selection, and full regulatory compliance. Taking proper certified training gives you the practical knowledge to win commercial work, build absolute customer trust, and qualify for approved softwash applicator status across the United Kingdom. Look after your chemicals, know your math, keep learning, and I will see you on the next episode.